Roundtable of Doom.
Chris, would you do the honors, sir?
Oh, I will. I believe it is time for the Roundtable of Doom.
You do that. You do that good every time, man. So, on that token, like we had an in-depth discussion earlier on Activision. Snipeology.
They shall doom us all.
From Call of Duty Land, Infinity Ward announces a new face-off mode. Anyone surprised by that? For Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3, while Treyarch, in announcing Call of Duty Black Ops 2, will add a mode called Strike Force. With all of these new various modes being added in the new iteration yearly, again with nearly 40 million active users every month, as of April 30th, 2012, more than 10 million gamers, that's right, folks, 10 million gamers have registered for the Call of Duty Elite, including more than 2 million premium annual memberships the company has sold for online service. With all this incredible data backing up these substantial numbers, is Call of Duty, not in my opinion anyway, but is Call of Duty the greatest video game series of all time? By numbers. By numbers alone. We're not talking...
Period. It's period. Do you put it in the realm of the Mario series,
no.
Final Fantasy series? You know, that's something everybody should discuss.
I think Call of Duty should burn a fiery death.
And eventually it will, like every other game has, and soon will. Except what?
Oh no, I said exactly. That's exactly what I was thinking too. It's.
Oh yeah.
It's just a matter of time.
But as far as right now, this game, it's done so well for sales. It's done so well as far as customer satisfaction. Even if you're the 1% who hates it, you got to realize there's 99% of other people that love this game and are addicted to it, and it appeals to them. Even though it's so simple of a game, if it was so simple, why didn't everyone else think of that 10 years ago? It's just perfect for the time that it's come out on, with everything that they release. One new game mode here, one new expansion with the Elite Pack here. Those little bitty things to increase their profit another $50. And these guys are multi-billion-dollar, trillion-dollar companies, if anything, from their entire series. So I would say Activision, Treyarch, Infinity Ward, this combination that makes Call of Duty is pretty much hands down the best game that has come out, whether you like it or not.
Well, I will say, based on statistics, not because I actually like the game, because I don't, based on statistics, Call of Duty obviously makes a very significant impact and also is a significant competitor to any other game that has ever come out on the market. That's Mass Effect 3 and all those other good ones we like. I don't know if I would place it in the video game series of all time. I don't think I would place it as the greatest video game series of all time. However, I statistically would say it's certainly up there. Just because I refuse to say that it is.
Yeah, but you have to give it its respect that it is. Like,
I said it was up in the top. That's respect enough.
But I'm saying it's by far the most profitable game that has ever come out, and it's probably the best satisfactory game that has ever come out.
It is. I agree. It is one of the most profitable games that have come out. I will say that much, but that's it.
Okay. And with it coming out every year, you think about it, you sell another 10 million copies, and you sell them at $60 a piece when you know people are going to buy it. That's easy. It's easy money right there.
Yeah.
Do it again. 365 days later.
Although hopefully at this year's show they turn down the volume a little bit, because I almost went deaf with the last Call of Duty presentation they had at E3. I can't believe you were sitting in there, Chris.
That's because I love the sound.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how you're not deaf.
I was just so intoxicated by that sound. It was so beautiful to hear it all.
Jamie, what are your thoughts on this?
And then I heard nothing for the next 2 days.
Just a constant ringing.
Yeah.
But I mean, if we got to go by the numbers do not lie. The numbers don't lie. I mean, it's obviously it's up there. I have to agree with Nick though. I mean, don't get me wrong. I am all over Call of Duty, but I can't say of all time it's the greatest, because I mean, honestly, who knows? Every 365 days they do this, but who knows in 365 days if there's not something that comes popping up that they go, oh, oops. And now Call of Duty became an afterthought because of something else. So, I mean, of all time, I'm not going to say of all time, but is it one of the greatest video game series that obviously has definitely left its mark? Of course.
Yeah.
Yeah, but think about this. I mean, I've asked some people, have you ever heard of the game Halo? And a lot of people say yeah. I've asked, have you heard of Mario? And a lot of people say yeah. But I have not heard a no from the question, have you heard of Call of Duty? And I'm talking about, I've asked people in their 70s, I've asked kids at 4 and 5 years old, I've asked a whole range of things. And I mean, with that kind of popularity, you have to say that this game, I'm not going to convince you that it's number one, even though it is in my book. And if you know me at all, I'm the biggest Gears of War fan in this world. If I could, I'd get a tattoo of a Gears of War emblem on my face, but it'd look a little weird.
You can, though.
I can.
Mike Tyson has.
Right, that's what I was just going to say. Mike Tyson has a tattoo.
But that's like a,
Does he really?
a birthmark. It's not Gears of War, but
Oh.
but that's his trademark right
I was
there.
gonna say, man, that right there is dedication.
You should do it and then go have your Christmas photo with your entire family, and 10 years from now they go hey, look, it's Uncle Chris. What is that on his face?
You act
like
imagine
one
my
day-
job interviews from now on.
You act like one day the tattoo is just going to come off. In 10 years, they're going to know it's still on his face.
Yeah. Every time I look in the mirror, god dang. When I was young, that was mine.
Yeah, you'll have to get the key from between your toes. Oh man.
Do you want to play a game?
Oh, dude, you do that
How
voice
about-
just like Corey does.
How about Call of Duty?
So creepy. Oh man.
I want to play a game of Call of Duty. It's going to be search and destroy, hardcore.
Bryce, what do you think?
Oh man.
Bryce, what are your thoughts?
I want to go into just the face-off mode and the strike force mode because we haven't really touched on any of that. The face-off mode, from what I understand, is just a glorified 1 versus 1, 2 versus 2 mode, isn't it?
I believe so,
it's
yes.
supposed to be the quick action. It's more closed off maps, and it's 1, 2, 1, 2 kind of right away.
Mm-hmm. And then the strike force thing kind of intrigued me because it's a campaign within the campaign, I guess. It gives you the option to choose how you kind of want the story to unfold by taking, I guess you do this one mission and then it opens up 2 Strike Force missions, and you choose, say the bad guy got away, you chase him, or there's like a bomb going to blow up in a town close by, so you got to choose which one you want to go for, and then it takes the story in a different direction to give you some more choice. I think that's what it was going for. But I heard someone say that if you die on a Strike Force mission, your character dies or something like that. Is there confirm on that or anything?
When I was reading up, I'm sorry. When I was reading up, I didn't get a confirmation on that, but I have a feeling that that's probably the direction where they're going to head. Just to make it challenging, and for the players to want to come back to it time and time again.
Well, you can't do every Strike Force mission within one playthrough, so you got to go back and play it over again to do the other ones, which is probably going to be an achievement for achievement, hoarders. Back to what we were talking about, though. Do I think Call of Duty is the greatest of all time? No, but it's definitely one of the best of this generation of consoles, without a doubt. It's a giant that's not yet beaten until Call of Duty 14 or 15 comes out.
At that point, when you die, like a indicator come up over your head. You got sacked.
And then we all loot the body and
strip him. All you're gonna see is like a naked soldier on the ground with like nothing on. You got looted. So I guess did everybody offer their input on that?
Not yet.
All right. Yes, Gerald, you'd be the last one.
Oh, thank you for passing the torch to me, sir. You're so kind. Well, I mentioned briefly the other 2 most probably influential games in video game history, Mario and also Final Fantasy, because they both redefined genres. Their sphere of influence has spanned over decades now. I believe if Call of Duty does continue its success over at least a 10-year period of time, as far as I'm not talking about from Call of Duty to now, the original Call of Duty, the first one. I'm talking about from let's move on from, I'd say, from Call of Duty Modern Warfare on, because that's really when it started to take off. If you go 10 years like this, I definitely think that will be surpassed, because it's also in its own sense redefined the whole first-person genre. It's now made a lot of developers think about what they want to do as far as first-person shooters, how they create a game, and it's put a lot of developers out of business because of their business model. And I think the way that Mario and Final Fantasy has shaped video games for the past 20 years is something obviously to be respected and to be appreciated. But I also think as well, if Call of Duty keeps us up, I think everybody will pretty much have to say whether they like the series or not. It would probably be go down as the best of all time if it maintains its current level of popularity.
All right, then. I guess we should go to a break. So before Chris departs us this evening, we can get his gaming memory. He'd suck it from his brain.
Yeah, if you can find it.
Just like a zombie.
A brain.
Yep. If there's any other type.
A brain drain. Yeah, you're right. There really isn't. I don't know. Most zombies seem to want the flesh rather than the brain. They kind of would rather eat your
flesh around the brain.
Take us to a break.
All right.
Break. Zombies' brains.